For the third time in 4 months, there's a disruption to train services along the Thomson East Coast Line. These signs greeting commuters when they arrived at Caldecott Station this morning, showing the disruption to services between Woodlands North and Caldecott in both directions. Shortly after, SMRT reported a signal fault at Woodlands North at around 8:25 a.m. A queue started forming outside Caldecott Station when commuters were told that free bus and bridging bus services would be available. But the first bridging bus arrived over an hour later. The first time services on the TEL were disrupted was on April 27th, when 50 commuters were stuck in a stalled train for more than 1.5 hours due to a train fault. Less than a month later, on May 19th, a signal fault caused the slowing down of trains, resulting in longer waiting times. And today, signal issues as well, causing disruptions along the entire line, leaving commuters stuck on stalled trains. Services were restored after 3.5 hours at around 11:35 a.m. Senior Transport Correspondent Christopher Tan joins us now. Chris, what is the signal fault and what causes such failures?
Now, essentially, a signaling system allows trains to communicate. In essence, it is a safety system which allows trains to travel while keeping a safe distance from each other. When there is a signaling fault, the most prudent thing to do, or you can do, is to suspend service. Otherwise, you might end up with collision, which was a worst-case scenario, and which was what happened in the East-West line in 2017. Now, trying to continue service by driving the trains manually requires you to reduce speed drastically. Now, from a service point of view, this is not tenable because journey times will be very, very long. Now, for someone who, takes a train from Woodlands to town, that can be very, very frustrating.
This Thomson East Coast line is the newest train line with just 9 stations right now. Chris, is it concerning then that it's already riddled with so many issues so early in its lifetime? And what does this mean for its future, especially when more wear and tear occurs?
Well, briefly, yes, it is a concern. It is the newest line. And the sad thing is that if we were included in our real reliability statistics, it may well turn out to be the least reliable MRT line this year. I mean, we've had at least 3 reportable glitches in the last 4 months. Now, going by past experiences, this could be signs of a systemic flaw, a more serious flaw, which requires attention. Now, if it is a systemic flaw and if it isn't rectified, commuters could face another major breakdown down the road, like the one in 2020, which affected 3 lines. Now, that was along the East-West line, along a new stretch from Joo Koon to Tuas, if you remember. It was caused by a fault, which we have yet to determine whether it was a manufacturing defect or a flaw that surfaced during the first few months of operation. Whatever it is, I think SMRT should really get down, SMRT and LTA should get down to it and examine the signalling system on the Thomson East Coast line properly to see whether there is a systemic issue.
Looking ahead, moving forward, what can authorities do to prevent future faults?
Right. When something breaks down, it is either not well maintained or not well built. I mean, it is a simplistic conclusion, but going by past MRT incidents, it is not inaccurate. So I would imagine that if you want to prevent something like this from happening and from happening so frequently with a new line, you have to examine maybe your design procedures, your procurement procedures, your construction procedures, to see if there are any gaps that can be plugged. I think when something is not well built, it will take a lot of effort to actually maintain it in good shape. If something is built well, it will take less effort to maintain well.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to be notified of new videos.